IWGP World Heavyweight Champion and the utter sex pig Will Ospreay. You're listening to WrestleSlam podcast. Take care.
Hey guys, welcome to a special episode of the WrestleSlam podcast. You're joined today by myself, Jerry Booker G, Michael Stone, the brand who wants a chance.
Just one.
Myself, the Booker, Phil Meltzer, back pocket of Vince McMahon, and brownie envelopes all over the house. Today we're just going to focus on AEW Dynamite. We're going to get a chance to review that over the weekend, so we're doing that, and we're going to focus after that on WWE Crown Jewel, the pay-per-view in Saudi that a lot of people don't want to talk about, but we're going to do it anyway. So we'll fly straight into Dynamite, shooting out with CM Punk getting his 2-minute entrance before he goes on commentary. Are you guys sick of CM Punk yet? Or Mick, I know you're a big fan of CM Punk.
No, I'm not sick of him yet anyway. I'm kind of getting sick of the same intro to every fucking show though. That's the only thing, like you set your clock him coming out at the top of the show to just to pander to the crowd, and then afterwards maybe join commentary, maybe cut a short promo. So yeah, maybe it could be worth doing something a little bit different with them, but I don't think they will because they're still going to towns that have been deprived of CM Punk for many, many years. So they're going to give every town that they can that pop.
Even though he wasn't he on Rampage the night before in the same arena?
He was. Yeah.
Yeah, he was fighting. He was fighting.
He was fighting at Matt Sydal. So yeah.
Yeah, that was a good match. Yeah. It's a cheap pop. They're going to, obviously there's stuff on it's pre-taped beforehand and dark matches or whatever.
I think he'll play it safe until he fights MJF.
You think that's
I think he's just kind of easing himself in. It's more his own thing, I'd say.
Yeah. I'd be surprised even they didn't throw him into the title bracket. We'll talk about that later on, but
the thing is, he's clearly fighting at the next pay-per-view. Why not build a match? It just makes no sense.
Yeah, they kind of dropped the whole Team Taz thing, so I'm not sure where he goes now. The Matt Sydal came out of nowhere. It wasn't really a feud, so
that's it exactly.
But we started off anyway. Went from happy CM Punk to Dark Malachi Black kicking off the night. Lights out, came back on. Good match. Phil, what did you think of the opener?
Dante Martin is going to be a star if he can get his talking abilities right. It was actually this is the first time Aleister Black is kind of what's the word I'm looking for? He's kind of like saluted him, kind of praised him afterwards.
They kind of like the Undertaker did with Jeff Hardy in that ladder match.
It's very, very good.
It was kind of a I don't want to say face turn for Aleister fucking Malachi, but it was like more of a respect thing. Soon enough he is going to turn.
Yeah,
because there's no booze for him at all.
Great idea putting him with Leo Rush as well.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
Nick.
I think that I just to mirror Phil's thoughts there. I also think that Dante Martin's going to be a big star.
Yeah.
It's so hard it's hard to remember that he's so young as well because he just looks so great in the ring as well.
He's still like 20 years old, is he?
Yeah. He's only 20 years old, and he can outwork a lot of older people on that roster.
He has no right to be that good.
No, he's absolutely no right to be that good. And he looked great against Aleister. He looked great against Aleister as well, which bodes well for him in the future. Just to touch on Leo Rush as well, I also think it's a great partnership as well. And it's great to see that Leo Rush was saying he's going to be his tag team partner as well.
Yes, so he is going to wrestle. I was thinking.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people were worried about whether or not he'd be back in the ring or not, and because he kind of half retired, kind of half not earlier on in the year, maybe at the end of last year. It's great to see he's going to be back in the ring, not just be in the manager role.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to figure out what they're going to do with Malachi and Cody afterwards. But we can talk about that again later. After the match ended, we went to a promo with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and they got attacked by the Super Elite, not just the Super Click. they're obviously going to continue it looks like they're going to continue Jungle Boy and Adam Cole's feud for a while. Maybe a Full Gear, they may get a match or something, some sort of, but trios title coming down the line, hopefully eventually.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Surely in the post to this stage. Surely in the post, in the oven.
Just speaking of belts,
and speaking of trios,
just speaking of belts there, because
go ahead,
we're on belts. Did you hear CM Punk was on about this TBS belt is too much?
Yeah, he's mentioned something about it, and I didn't hear it, but I seen somebody wrote something somewhere that he didn't.
Like, yeah, we're kind of pushing the boundaries here. Like, there's too many belts.
Yeah, well, and the women's division isn't stacked in AEW. They have everybody.
Yeah, I think that's the bigger problem. Really, is the fact that's like people can't complain about too many belts. Like, but look at New Japan; they have a fucking belt for every wrestler at this stage. Like, so I don't think it's a question of too many belts. It's just having the right belts in the right divisions. I just don't think the AEW women's roster is in a position now where it needs 2 belts, whereas the trios belts would be a lot more useful, I think, because there's a lot of trios that you can pair off to fight for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think it's more of the stacked roster. I think it's more, if you look the way maybe Cody had the TNT title, like people coming in from other promotions, getting tough matches. That TBS for the women could be a good way of like bringing somebody up to the next level, like if they're defending, like Deonna Purrazzo or Mickey James or somebody comes in just for a once-off match to defend it against big names coming in from other promotions with the door open. So like they haven't had women break the forbidden door properly yet. So that belt might be something they could do on a Rampage. Defend it on Rampage every week, and that'll be a way of
exactly
bringing that person up to the next level to go up.
Yeah, exactly.
After that, we went to the Inner Circle kind of reforming. They hadn't been together in a ring for a while, so it was good to see them back together again against Top Team. Big feud coming up, most likely at Full Gear. What do you think, Mick?
Yeah, man. Like, I'm a bit concerned of having too many American Top Team guys in an actual match. I know the Sanchez did really well the other week, but I'd be concerned about all of them being to that level, which is now the level you'd expect after the Sanjos, Overall, I thought the promo was a little bit kind of clunky when Inner Circle went into the ring, and I think it was Santana who opened the promo, and I don't know, I just felt kind of weird, like something was missing, like maybe it almost felt like Dan Lambert kind of rushed into it before he was supposed to, or something like that, But yeah, I mean, I'm also not really sure on Dan Lambert really either. Like, I mean, I like him as a talker and everything like that, but I just don't buy him as like a guy to be in the.
It's a huge spot. It's a huge.
Yeah,
spot.
It's something. Yeah, I just don't think the men of the year need a mouthpiece, because we already saw a couple of weeks ago that they can both do great promos, So I just don't understand the feud really. Like, I just don't understand how it even came about. Like,
I think it's basically to get these Paige Van Santer big names, to get the lads like just a rub or something.
I think it's just maybe some of them wanted, what maybe didn't get looked at by WWE, and they were going after, former UFC, MMA guys to come in, and they didn't really work out for them. And if you go back to Ken Shamrock, they're most of the ex UFC stars that come in there didn't really.
Yeah, they didn't really do anything. Dan Severn wasn't great.
Oh, he was, he had the mustache. That's all Dan Severn needed.
Yeah.
I'm
a big Dan Severn guy.
Promo by Jericho felt very attitude there, and I don't think that's why it was weird. I think.
Yeah. I don't know. Something felt very off about it.
They're forcing the face on them. Obviously the fans are behind them, but they're forcing being face promos. Like, I think Sammy's promo would finish it off, kick out your all's asses, and when in real life, the fucking Paige Van Sant would kick his ass. Never mind the rest of the lads.
But the thing is, Jericho's leaving in a few weeks, so I expect him to be eliminated from this feud for a few weeks.
Maybe by Paige Van Sant, maybe she'll take him out, and not just
because aren't she going to see him there in December or something for?
Yeah, they're coming to Dublin in December, so can't wait for that.
Yes.
I've seen them before, like, and they're brilliant, like, but they didn't have Judas the last time we saw them, so it's going to be more mental. Moving on from that, just quickly, we have to talk about what did they call them? The Super Ranas, FTR,
The Super Ramas, yeah.
Lucha Brothers for the.
I told you guys. I told you the Conquistadors were showing up, and lo and behold, here they are.
Did you listen? Did you anybody listen to the fight commentary? It was actually hilarious. The fight version.
Yeah, when they reviewed the mask, they kind of said, again. I thought they should have left it off.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was like, I don't know, it seemed like a bit of a lack of communication between the commentary team there about what they were supposed to say and what they shouldn't have said, you know.
I should have left it as a laugh, like, pretending, oh, we can't believe it's these guys, and then burst out laughing afterwards instead of giving it away before they demasked them. Yeah,
the match itself was very good.
Really good.
Really good.
It'd be hard enough for those two teams to put on a good, a bad match. Really good.
Exactly, I was very surprised that they won.
Yeah,
I was. Same. I was really surprised that they won. Like, I hope they go to AAA and they defend those titles as that gimmick. Like, that'd be hilarious.
I think this could be the start of something cool though, with Andrade finally getting a bit of a push.
What do you think of that? Like, MJF paying, or Andrade paying MJF to loan him.
I like it because they need something, because that's what the show is missing, a hook.
But what does that do for Andrade though?
I think he'll turn face in the 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
It just seems that the impression I got out of it, or what I took away from it, was that nobody likes Andrade. He has absolutely no friends. He has to buy companions. Like,
yeah.
Could be cool. Like, I'd be surprised. Like, I know he's supposed to be facing Pac a Rampage next week, so I'd be surprised to see what comes out of that one, because
the thing is, like, is it next week as well? Not this, obviously it's on Saturday again, but the Wednesday after is Bray Wyatt, I think.
I don't know. They haven't really been teasing it. I know Tony Khan mentioned they had briefly talked to him, but they hadn't had any real conversation. So
see where it goes.
He would say that though, wouldn't he?
What they do with him if he does show up there?
Yeah.
Not the Dark Order, please. Not the Dark Order. Just don't. They're a comedy act, but they don't need Wyndham Rotunda, whatever he's going to be called.
No, they don't.
Next we had up one of the quickest matches in Dynamite history was Jon Moxley annihilating Wheeler Yuta. What do you make of that, Phil?
It was what it was, but like, I don't know, was he legit injured? Because he looked it.
Moxley?
No, Yuta.
Oh, during the match or beforehand?
Afterwards, because like the way they were kind of getting him out.
Yeah.
It took a long time, but the match was just, it was what it was. And we all know that it's going, we'll talk about it in a minute actually, that the brackets and stuff like that. So we'll go into it when we get to it. But
well, it was CM Punk's entrance was longer than this match, so it doesn't say much for Wheeler Yuta, even though he came in with a lot of hype joining up with Cassidy. I thought they were going to do something big with him. Obviously, they probably will end up like, but getting destroyed in 45 seconds is pretty fucking harsh on him.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was great. Like, Moxley's Moxley, like, he's going to kick the shit. Like, but where does he go from this? We'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got time in his hands. He's got time in his side.
Yeah. Moving on, Super Click against the Dark Order.
Before that match, right, there was a thing backstage with Serena Deeb, which I'm only mentioning it because CM Punk made a few insider jokes, which was quite funny. Did you catch that?
Yeah. Talking about it, she has a nice head of hair.
Nice head of hair and stuff like that.
that slap, that jacket, that looked like it hurt. There was definitely a zipper somewhere that smacked off.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I really want Serena to win this TBS belt.
Possibly, yeah. Could be good.
So good.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to do the whole what did they call it? The Straight Edge Society. I don't think they're ever going to put the three of them together in a segment.
Thing is, like, you have a great story there, because if Serena wins and then months down the line, Shida will get her 50th win against her for the belt.
I know, yeah. They're going to drag that 50th one out for a long time.
She can keep on losing for 6 months, and then people will be.
Yeah. Eventually,
you know,
yeah.
Yeah.
It would be really cool, like.
Would be cool, yeah. So moving on to the Super Click against the Dark Order. Some great spots in this match. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and we're talking about the trios belts. It must be an all they're building this up so much. What do you think, Mick?
Yeah, really good, man. Really, really good. Come here, man. I was never a Dark Order guy for as long as I've known them, like, but like over the last maybe the last couple of months, man, they've really won me over. Like, I mean, that spot they do where they hit like 5-6 moves in a row, like that's great. Like, it's so good. The match itself was brilliant. Just the Young Bucks, the Young Bucks and Adam Cole, they can just bring the absolute best out of anybody, man. They can wrestle anyone and make them look amazing. Like, you know, because Evil Uno isn't that great of a worker, I don't think, but they made him look amazing. You know, it was great. It was I love that spot where Adam Cole had the camel clutch in, and the two boys kissed him on the cheek. That was awesome. That was so good.
That was really well done. Yeah,
really, really well done. I think CM Punk as well. He did a great job getting everybody over in commentary, particularly during this match as well. Like, so he's
Is this the match where he messed up the names on purpose?
Yeah. But overall, it was a great match.
The Socko.
What was it?
Pulling out Mr. Socko.
Pulling out Mr. Socko, man. Jesus Christ, the crowd was wild for it. Great.
That was rotten though, because that was actually on his foot, like, and that sock must have been stinking of sweat. Like.
Oh, I'd say so.
Poor fucker. After the match, anyway, obviously Jungle Boy ran out and had his moment over poor old Brandon Cutler. He never gets a break at all. Like, seems to. I don't know if you watched it yet, or if you watched Being the Elite yet. He has a good camera angle. He left it down in the corner when that happened, like, and it shows him, you know, in the middle of it with the boys fucked off, like, that they didn't see on TV. Where Jungle Boy threw the can of spray on him at one stage, and I think it actually smacked him in the nuts.
Oh no!
You didn't see it on Dynamite, but the way he had his phone set up for it looked like it really hurt.
Yeah.
After the match, we went into one of the probably weirdest but most intriguing parts of the night was Cody's training statement.
I loved it.
What did you think, Phil?
I really loved it. It's something different because I don't know where it's going, and that's great.
He's been hyping up online a lot. Like, every time he's getting interviewed, he's saying he's never, he's not going heel. He's not going heel. Like,
the only thing about it I didn't like was the cringiness of was it Red Velvet?
She ruined it for me.
Yeah, it was just. It was really bad. Yeah.
But like obviously they announced it then that afterwards that he's facing Malachi in a third match. Like, why does he need a third match against Malachi? Malachi, beat him twice now. Like,
and what's the point in Cody beating him? So
again, like, it's the same as the second match. Like, there's no reason for Cody to beat him. Like, so.
I don't think he will beat him. I think they're going to give Malachi a third straight win over him, and then I think Cody's going to kick. I think he's going to kick Aaron Anderson in the dick or something. I'm here for that dick kick.
There's a Glock in that pocket.
Yeah. He's taking his life into his own hands with that.
He gets shot in the foot.
Yeah.
After that, anyway, we moved on to MJF versus Darby Allin. That never happened. Mick, what are you thinking about this feud?
On paper, it sounds brilliant, doesn't it? Like, Darby Allin against MJF. On paper, it sounds fantastic. But, like, Full Gear's only a couple of weeks away, and there's nothing to this feud at all, apart from the fact that they don't like each other, pretty much, you know? I mean, we had one promo where MJF tried to break Darby Allin mentally, like, and he's been gone ever since. Like, we haven't seen him, I didn't really think much of it, really. I don't think Sting. I don't think Sting needed to come out. I don't even think the promo even needed to happen. Like, I just don't see the point of having a one-sided promo with a guy who barely talks anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Are they kind of teasing the whole? I know they've been teasing for a long time, but the MJF and Wardlow breakup, like, we pushed them into the back kind of thing. Like, they're planting seeds right further down the line. Maybe, Wardlow's going to turn on him, cost him the match against Darby, or maybe something happens, that they're going to set up that feud there, because that has to happen at some stage, surely.
Has to happen, and Wardlow has to get a haircut afterwards as well. It's such a heel haircut, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got the, I'm not going to compare them to Batista and Triple H with Evolution, but it's got that kind of, smug fucking leader of the faction, and the like, eventually it's going to lead to something.
Yeah, here's hoping. I'm not sure if Wardlow has. I'm not sure if Wardlow has star quality in the way that Batista did. Obviously, you're not making the direct comparison. I struggle to see him being elevated above where he is right now.
Like, if you remember his awful intro promo.
Oh Jesus! When he was basically the Terminator.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, it was so poor, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still young enough, isn't he? I'm not sure what age he is. He's still under 30.
Young enough, I'd say.
They still have time. Like, they still have time. Long term. It might not happen. This year or next year. Maybe if MJF ever wins the title, like, and he still got Wardlow as his enforcer, and eventually, Wardlow turns on him and they have the title match. Maybe something like that down the line. But
yeah,
I'd be more interested in seeing Sting and Darby in a tag match against the boys.
It'll probably happen.
I think MJF and Darby Allin will be a better singles match though, compared to that tag team match.
Sting has been very surprising.
He's been surprisingly good, but he's also been like, I think a lot as well been due to the fact that people are playing to his strengths and not his weaknesses.
Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah.
Big time. Moved on from that, we had Penelope Ford against Kiera. They pronounce her Kiera Hogan.
Another one of those funny jokes in this match, which is quite fun.
Yeah. What did you think of the match overall? I know there was a couple of.
I like the storytelling behind the match. I liked the lads saying little things like she's a great tag wrestler and she's not really. It just adds to it if I'm watching it. It just adds to it. Like the lads talking about how she's been always a wrestler that's been in tag matches, and now she's in a season. And then saying is she related to Hogan.
That was so good, man. That was amazing.
Brilliant. And there were no way they were going to name drop him, like,
no way.
No.
And after the match, then we obviously had Ruby come out. Does this something happen? Something you're interested in coming up? The Bunny, Ruby, or the only Penelope?
Ruby and Penelope Ford, maybe.
Yeah.
I've had enough of Penelope Ford, man. I'm sick of Penelope Ford. I need less of her on TV.
Yeah.
Her and the Bunny, in fact, like they seem to be like a lot of the time for the women's matches is given to them on a weekly basis. Do you know what I mean?
Matches, yeah, they've been in we're going to get Ruby and Kiera Hogan in a tag match against them. Like, I can't really see anybody else teaming up with Ruby out there that's going to.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan when her contract comes up.
I was saying, when you just think that when I was watching it, they were saying, "Oh, maybe they'll get it." And I was like, maybe Sarah Logan, is she back? Is she fucking?
She should be. Yeah, she's had her kid.
Like, she should be ready to go. They had the baby months ago. Like, she may be ready to go again. Like, maybe. She's available if she's available. Like, it'll be a bit cool one they have.
Yeah.
Hopefully, then Liv will get out of WWE and go to AEW and go and shine like she should.
Yeah.
After that, we had Miro cutting a promo on God.
Oh, it's so good, wasn't it? It was amazing. That was excellent.
Only he could get away with cutting a promo on God. About Vince McMahon and the bright light, but this is, Apocalypse Now lighting, and it was just brilliant.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Really
brilliant. I'm very interested to see what they actually do with Miro next, because I was surprised that they took the title off him in the first place, because I thought he could have kept on to that title for another couple of months easily. At least, and I was dying for that Eddie Kingston rematch for the title as well.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah.
Very surprised it never happened.
Yeah, that a full year would have been fantastic. Like, and it would have been great. It would have been a great spot for Eddie Kingston to take a title and bring it home to his mom. So that would have been great too. But it's very interesting to see what they actually do with Miro now that he's has no title. He doesn't seem to have much direction right now. Does he go after the AEW title? Maybe they'll start building towards Hangman and Miro for the title after Full Gear. Who knows?
Very well.
Possibly. His last record is still good. Like, he's only lost the one match in the last 12 months. So
Yeah.
still got a good record there. But again, they keep bringing up these new tournaments for new number one contenders. It's kind of like, do the records matter now? They can just put anybody into these tournaments and they can have a title shot. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised
He's not in it.
Surprised he wasn't put into it. Yeah, I'm very surprised.
Yeah.
Obviously,
That was an obvious one.
if he wasn't going to win the tournament, maybe they didn't want to put him in and have him lose.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Speaking of title matches and promos, we had Hangman next coming out, cutting a good old-fashioned, baby.
I absolutely love this promo.
Yeah. Fantastic.
I think it's my favorite promo in AEW
Really?
ever.
Face promo or promo?
Promo, like for a match, yeah. It's up
Quite
there,
right.
like it's actually as good as Eddie Guerrero and the Brock one. Back in
I'm not sure if I rated that highly. But yeah, I do agree. It was fantastic. It was really good. It's just another reason to it's just another reason to kind of hope and pray that he gets the actual job done in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely happening. It has to happen. They'll regret it if they don't put the belt on him now. Full Gear.
Yeah.
The story's built up long enough.
Oh, they definitely need. It's time. It's time.
Yeah. After that, we had the main event: Bryan Danielson defeating Bobby Fish. Technical masterpiece, as we thought it was going to be. Surprised that Bobby Fish was in a main event spot.
Yeah.
Phil?
Yeah, it was a very good match. It was probably Bryan's best match, but it was still great.
Fair enough.
Really liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, like, I was excited. I'm a huge Bobby Fish fan, and I was so excited when the second I saw that bracket. I couldn't wait for it to come. I was kind of surprised. I thought that would have been maybe the opener to the night rather than the closer.
Very surprised at the closer.
Yeah, but look, probably like Bobby Fish in the main event didn't disappoint. He's put on a great show against Bryan, and really liked the very smart finish as well with that heel hook reverse. It was really, really cool.
Very good.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Overall, it was actually very good for a Saturday night show.
Yeah, for a Saturday night show, like, they
Excellent.
didn't put a lot of emphasis on big matches or big storylines. It was more once-off feuds or something like that, other than maybe the Super Click stuff and some of the backstage segments. The matches were all like one and done kind of things. They weren't going to lead anywhere else really.
Yeah.
After the match ended, they announced the brackets for the title eliminator. We have 10 versus John Moxley. We have Orange Cassidy against Will Hobbs. We've got Dustin Rhodes against Bryan Danielson, and we have Lance Archer against Eddie Kingston. Phil, Eddie Kingston, Lance Archer, obviously one of the ongoing feuds, if you say, matches in the brackets. Are you surprised that Dustin Rhodes is getting a match against Bryan Danielson?
I think that might be a hand-picked thing. That's what seems to me like. Bryan's like, can I fight Dustin Rhodes?
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever fought him from my recollection. Maybe he has, but I don't remember seeing it.
Possibly as Team Hell No against Dustin and Cody, maybe in the tag matches, maybe.
I think that match would surprise a lot of people.
Oh yeah, it'd probably be an excellent match, like, but it's bracket wise, being a contender for a title, like even with 10 and John Moxley.
Yeah.
I mean, out of all the Dark Order members, is 10 the one that should be getting it?
No, not really. No, it's very, very random.
Yeah.
Well,
excited because the brackets, either side of them, trying to predict it. Obviously, if you go down with Moxley and Bryan Danielson, seems to be the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Mick, do you know what we're going to get?
I don't know, man. I mean, like, I think the brackets after the first round are very, very exciting. Because you can almost kind of see who's going to win each opening match. Which makes for a very exciting next round.
Yeah.
I can't see anything apart from a Moxley Danielson final, a Full Gear, I would say. Just based because they're the two biggest stars in it, and I think this tournament will inform viewers of Moxley's heel turn as well. He might not cut any heel promos. Maybe I think his heel turn will be very, very nuanced. Maybe he'll cheat to win to get to the final or something like that, or dirty tactics or something along those lines. But I think it'll be a heel Moxley against Danielson in the finals for Full Gear.
Hopefully.
Looks
We'll
like
wait and see. We'll wait and see. Before we go, we're going to just quickly move on to quick predictions for Crown Jewel. I'm going to ask you individually on each match, just so we don't spend too much time on it. We'll focus on it after. We'll review the show later on in the week. But I'll kick off with Mansoor and Ali. Phil, give us your prediction.
Mansoor 100%, 1,000,000%.
First, what did they say? Ali had a post up last night on Twitter about being the first Muslims. Is it Muslims? They're both Muslims. They're both the match on a WWE pay-per-view. So, good for them. Hopefully it goes out well. Mick, we're going to go into RK Bro versus AJ Styles and Omos.
I'd say RK Bro will retain.
Yeah. Possible breakup of AJ and Omos maybe down the line? Or?
Down the line, yeah, but I can't see them doing it in Saudi Arabia. I think they'll do it. They'll do it in home turf, I'd say.
Yeah.
Cool. Phil, I'm going to ask you your favorite one: Lashley and Goldberg. One you've been looking forward to.
Goldberg, because there's no belt.
It's a no holds barred match as well. Apparently, it was announced there recently. So, maybe
that's just their way of saying we're going to give you a clean finish.
Goldberg is bringing his son, and Bobby's bringing the Hurt Business.
Yeah. It'll be what it is. I just think that Bobby will lose.
I just hope nobody gets injured.
Yeah.
Nick, the one you've been looking forward to, Hell in a Cell, second age.
Fucking Hell in a Cell. Oh man, I mean, who cares? But if I'm gonna fucking pick someone, I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins, because Edge will probably fuck off for a while now after this. And for no other reason than that.
Surely Seth is getting a title match down the lane, maybe Royal Rumble season or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good banker to put Biggie over. Hopefully it goes that way. We've got Becky versus Sasha versus Bianca. Phil? I
think what you spotted says Sasha Banks. You were saying it the other day. So yeah, Sasha Banks.
Possibly. Could be a match of the night, I think.
Yeah.
Before we get into the main event, we've got the Queen's Crown tournament final, possibly Shayna Baszler versus Zelina Vega.
30-second job. It has to be.
Will they get more time?
No, apparently I was reading there that it's going to be less than TV time. So.
Christ. Okay, King of the Ring.
The King of the Ring would be different, yeah.
It's got to be Baszler for the Queen's Crown, right?
Yeah,
surely.
Yeah. It's surely.
I think for King of the Ring,
Tinder.
Yeah, I think King of the Ring's got to be better, right? I mean, like, they've done the dirty on him so much now for the last couple of months, like, and he's just like, they love shitting on him, so they have to give him something to keep him sweet for a while,
Not Xavier Woods.
I would really prefer Xavier Woods to win, because I think he'd look really good in a crown, and it'll be another big another feather in the cap for the New Day as well.
Yeah,
but I don't think Xavier Woods needs it. I think Finn Balor needs something right now, because they've just stripped him of everything that made him good and cool. So he's got to have something.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Speaking of the New Day, we've got Big E against Drew McIntyre. Surely Big E,
but maybe a screwy finish, because maybe Corbin screws Drew.
Maybe set up a feud for SmackDown.
Yeah.
They're going over there after Crown Jewel's over. Everything takes effect on Friday night, so possibly. And the main event, the most anticipated match between Brock and Roman there's ever been, even though there's been loads already. This seems to be the big one.
I just don't want to see Roman lose, but Brock could win.
Mick?
Roman wins. There's no, I can't see any way that Brock Lesnar wins. Like, if Lesnar gets that win, they've effectively undone all of the great work they've done with Roman Reigns for ever since his heel turn. There's absolutely no point. There's no benefit to Brock Lesnar winning at this point. He doesn't need a belt to feel special. like, well, he never did, but they did it, but they put the belt on him anyway, so you never know with WWE, but like I'm gonna say a Roman Reigns, but that, like, I'm gonna say Roman Reigns, but WWE will probably turn around and say Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
As long as it's not a no finish, we'll be good to go.
Yeah, that's it.
Guys, we're going to leave it there. We're all looking forward to Crown Jewel for the first time in a while. They're in Saudi Arabia. One of these shows, normally it's just a glorified house show, but this time it feels pretty special. Very looking forward to it. Looking forward to AEW next week as well. It's a big week next week. We've got
Bound for Glory at the weekend. Yeah,
Bound for Glory, Dynamite on Saturday, SmackDown, first SmackDown after the draft take effect. So looking forward to it. Anyway, lads, like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Mick, Phil, for myself, Jerry, it's been great. We'll talk to you soon, guys. Have a good one.
Cheers.